Hello everyone, welcome to TryRide. This is Pack 365, myself Sujit. Today we are going to learn some new pattern programming that might be asked in your interview. Okay, for this session, the first pattern will be now my requirement will be I need to print because we have already created this pattern. So now my requirement will be I need to print this pattern. Okay, so means here I am taking space also. Means if you see, I just draw, then I need to explain. Okay, guys. So just a second. Here we are here guys we are communicate with our spaces also, because previously whatever the pattern we are doing, there are no spaces we are going to print, but in this case we are going to print our spaces also. So how to do that we are going to see. So if you compare to this previous one, so this is our opposite. Means here it will be taking in our first row, it will be taking one column. Here also in the first row, it will be taking one column. Then what is the difference between these two, guys? Here it will be after printing, it will be taking space. But here before printing, it will be taking space. So how to create now we are going to see now. Okay, guys. So first we are going to build this logic. Then only we can get a clear picture on that to how to do that. So come to my paint, because we are going to understand the control flow. Means what is the flow of this execution. There might be chances. Okay, so here I am taking this one. So here I need to copy paste here. So guys, if you see here, it will be creating, I need to increase. Okay, guys, just see here, it will be creating for first line, it will be creating one star. But if you compare here, it will be taking four spaces. Means we are going to print these spaces also. If I'm not printing these spaces, then the star will be not printing. Okay, so guys, as of now, I am taking my user input as 5. That's why here it will be printing. If I'm giving 3 also, it must give this much of this pattern. Okay, so in this case, the first requirement will be we are going to start for this row. Okay, means in the first row we are using, okay, for this first row we are using 1 star. For the second row we are using 2 star. For the third row we are using 3 star. For the fourth row, we are using 4 star, and for the fifth row, we are using 4 star. But if we are compared to our spaces, so for the first row, we have having 4 spaces. For the second, we are having 3 spaces. For the third one, we are having 2 spaces. Okay. Then for the fourth line, we are having 1 spaces. And for the last one, we are having 0 spaces. So we need to build this logic to create this coding. Okay. Means for first line, we are going to create 1 star, but we need to create 4. Okay, so make sure that here you are also using some concept called spaces, because inside these spaces only after we need to create. Okay, for one row we need to create these spaces, and inside this we are also need to print this column also. Okay, so how to build this logic? Guys, if you see here also we are going to take the user input only. Okay, from this user only we need to take. So as of now, first we are going to start from the 1. If we are giving 0, then we cannot generate this number. Okay, guys, so to generate this number, we are going to starting from this 1 only. Then for this space, what is my logic? If you see here, my number value, okay, as of now my number value becoming 5. If you get a logic that if I'm starting from my number, okay, now how I can get a 4 spaces? If my number will be becoming 5, and my row means my first row value will be becoming 1, so it will be give me 4 spaces, right? Again, for my number value will be 5, then it will be increased to my row 2. Okay, so now as of my row 2 value will be 2, so it will be give me 3. Then 5 for row 3, 5 minus 3, it will be give me 2. Again 5 minus 2, it will be give me, sorry, so 5 minus 4, guys. Okay, for fourth row it will be give me 1. For the fifth row, 5 minus 5, it will be give me 0 spaces. So we are finding the logic how to get this spaces. So our code will 100% complete. Okay, so before we are going to end this, so we know for first row how to take one, for second row how to take 2 star based on my row value. So now we are going to implement the same logic here. So first we need to take the user input. So directly I am just copy paste and here I am pasting. Okay, now guys, here first I need to generate for my row. So here I am typing row in range. Okay, here I need to start from 1 comma num plus 1 because I need the last digit also. Here I don't need to print this star. First I need to print this space. Okay, in this case here I am using for space in range because we need to generate this number, right? Means we need to generate 4 3 2 1. So for this logic will be number minus each and every row. Okay, so here I am typing num minus every row, means at that flow of execution what is my num value and what is my row value. Based on that we are going to print this spaces. Okay, every time whenever you are going to print these spaces, here also if you see here, print will be printing in a next line. After once printing it will be come to next line, but we want to print in a same line. That's why here I am using a end. Okay, to print all spaces in one line. After it's printing, now I am inside this row only, means after spaces we need to print that particular things. Okay, so for this column I need to write so column in range. Okay, here I am directly passing my row value. So here I need to print my star. Okay, to print in a single line I am using my glue character as space. After each and every row, for first line, every line I need to tell that controller go to my next line. Okay, now if I'm keeping my user input. Okay, now as of we are understanding by the user input as 5. So in this case I'm giving 5 as my input. So guys, just see here it will be printing. Now if I'm try to change the input also, it must be give me the same output. Guys, just see if you are giving 30 also, it will be try to print it. Okay, means you need to build the entire logic for the different type of user input. So now we are going to understand the control flow, how the control flow will going to work here. Okay, so here I need to paste my code. Okay, so I need to change the color. Okay, so now guys, for as of now my value for number will be 5. Okay, based on that we are going to understand. Okay, as of now my number value will be coming 5. Okay, now my row will be generating from 1 to 5 because we are keeping the num plus 1. So here it will be generating up to 5. Then here my space value, as of now my num will be 5. So as of now for the first iteration, or we can say that the first generation, my row value becoming 1. So my space will be printing for num 5 minus 1, it will be becoming 4. So this space will be printing for 4 times. So means this loop, the space loop will be running for 4 times. If you see here also, we need to run for 4 times. After this loop will be going to end, then only it will be come to here. So as of now, my column value will be becoming whatever the row. As of now, my row value will be becoming 1. So it will be generating only 0. Means it will be printing for 0 time or 1 time because till that number. So here it will be print 1 star. Again, for my second iteration, okay, here my row value will be becoming 2. Okay, row value equal to 2. Now my space value will be updating 5 minus 2 equal to 3. Means this space will be updating to my 3 spaces. So here it will be taking 3 spaces. Okay, after it will be completing for 3 spaces, now it will be start printing this column. So as of now, my row value will be becoming 2. So it will be printing my value will be becoming 2. So it will be generating 0, comma 1. So it will be printing 2 times. So the logic will be same. Means again, if you are implementing the for the row 3, it will be updating to 5 minus 3 and it will be give for 2 spaces. Okay. So this is the logic to build this pattern programming. Okay. Now we are going to jump to our next pattern programming. Okay. Now it will be going to a difficult one. Okay. So now if I'm keeping 5 star, okay, so here I need to give some more spaces. Okay, so yeah, as of now, first in the first row, I need to take 5 star. Then for second row, I need to give 4 star. Okay, then for the third row, I need to give 3 star. Okay, and for the fourth row, I need to give 2 star. Okay, so here I need to give 2 star, and for the last one I need to give 1 star. Guys, if you see all this example before we are going to execute, all are going to start from this 0. But from here it will be starting from 5 only, means 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now we are going to understand how the code, or we can say that control flow, will going to work here. So I need to erase all the things. I need to create one more time. So here I need to take, and we are going to understand from the starting only. Okay, guys. So come to here. I need to paste here. So if you see here, as of now, for my first row, okay, I need to print. Okay, here I'm typing row star spaces, then only you can get a clear idea. Okay, for first row we need to print 5 star. Okay, but because my input value will be 5, based on that we need to build the logic. As of now we have only 0 spaces. Okay, for the second row the star will be becoming 4 and the space will be becoming 4. Okay, if you see, sorry, the space will be becoming 1. Then for the third row, my star will be becoming 3 and my space will be becoming 2. Okay, for the fourth row, my star will be becoming 2. Okay, 2 and my space will be becoming 3. For the fifth row, my star will be becoming 1, my space will be becoming 4. If you see, for whenever my star will be incrementing, my spaces will be decrementing. So how to generate this one? First, we need to generate this number. So how to generate this number? 1 comma num plus 1. We are getting this number. Guys, just see here. If you compare this row and space, we can find the logic here. If I'm keeping directly my row, okay, if directly I'm printing my row here, then it will be directly printing, because if I'm passing the space for 1, so it will be generating for 1 time. If I'm keeping for 2, it will be generating 1 time. Okay, because here I don't need that. Okay, here the logic will be same here. Then for this one, how to build this logic, because we are getting for this space, then how to build for this logic, means for this column. So for this column means 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, 1. If you see here, if I'm keeping my num plus 1 minus row, guys, just see, as of now, my norm value will be becoming 5 plus 1. Okay, 5 plus 1 minus row. It will means for the first row, it will be give me 5 as my input. Okay, for the second row, 5 plus 1 minus row means as of now, my row value will be becoming 2. So it will be give me 4 as my input, because 5 plus 1 will be 6, 6 minus 2 will be 4. Again, it will be printing 5 plus 1 minus 3. It will be give me 6 minus 3 will be 3. 5 plus 1 minus 4. It will be give me the output as 2. Then 5 plus 1 minus 5. It will be give me 1 as my output. Okay. So we are getting for the space as well as for the star also. So now we are going to start implementing this logic here. So here also I need to take the user input. So I will be directly copy paste here. Okay. So yeah. Then now I need to generate for the row. So row in range, I need to start from num plus 1. Okay. First I need to generate for spaces. So here I'm passing for space in range. Okay, here I directly pass my row value. Okay, after I pass my row value, I need to print these spaces. Okay, every time you need to end function, because if you are not keeping, then the each and every line will be printing in a new line. Okay, because print will be doing like that. Okay, the functionality will be print a new line. After you are printing, it will be send the controller to new line. So here we need to print for column. So for call in range, here I need to pass num plus 1 minus row. Okay, here I'm passing, and here I need to print my star value. Okay, now here I am using, and after for each and every row, I need to send this controller to new line. So now we are going to execute. Now we are going to see the output. Okay, how the output will be going to executing. Now I need to give 5. So guys, just see, it will be start implementing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now if I'm changing this also, now if I'm keeping 8, so 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 means you need to check for different output. If I'm keeping for 6 also, it will be accepting. Okay, so this is the simply logic to build this code. Okay, so now we are going to get a new code. Okay, means how to print that, because we have already know the control flow. That's why I'm not explaining. Okay, because the same only I need to explain for row 1, it will be printing that many times. Okay, now we are going to print the next star pattern. Okay, so for the next star pattern will be, okay guys, so guys, if you have any doubt, you can directly contact to TryRide. Okay, still if you have any doubt, I'll suggest that you need to watch that particular video again and again. Okay, then only you can get a clear picture on that. So now my requirement will be, first first row I need to print one star. Okay, for the second row I need to print 3 star, but in form of a new design pattern. Okay, what is the design pattern we are going to see now? So for the third row, I need to print 5 star. Okay. So how the pattern will going to design each and everything we are going to see now. Okay. So here I am keeping, so sorry guys, here I am keeping this one. So now we are going to build this logic. Okay. So means as of now, I am taking the user input as 3, but for that I need to generate. Okay. So here at this side only I need to generate. So guys, we are going to see for the first row how many star we need to print. Okay, and for the first row how many spaces also we need. Okay, we need to print for the first row, we need to print the star will be 1, but if you see, it will be printing 2 spaces. Okay, for the row 2 we need to print 3 star, but here you need to print 1 spaces. For the third row, we need to print 5 star, but the space will be 0. Guys, if you see here, the spaces will be decrement one by one, but the star will be implement 2 times, means 1 into 2, 3. Means if you are going to multiply with, then you can find this one. So how to implement this implementation of that, we are going to see now. So guys, if you see for this row generation, we are know 1 comma num plus 1. If you are getting, it will be finding this generation, means to generate this number. Now we are going to print this space. So how to generate this space? The logic will be same. Number minus row means now my number here I need to write my number value will be becoming 3. So now if I'm typing 3 minus my row, it will be becoming 2. Okay, then updating means for the row 2. So 3 minus 2, it will be becoming 1. Okay, then last one, 3 minus 3, it will be give me 0. So if you see here, the spaces will also generating. The last one will be how to generate this star. So in this case, we are using a concept called 2 into row minus 1. Okay, now we are going to start implementing. So for the first row, 2 into my first row value will be 1 minus 1. So if you see, 2 into 1 will be 2 minus 1. It will be becoming 1. Okay, here 1. Then for the second row, 2 into 2 minus 1. 2 into 2, 4. 4 minus 1 will be becoming 3. Here we need to implement 2 into 3 for the third row. 2 into 3 minus 1, it will be becoming 6. 6 minus 1 will be 5. So we are generating the row for this space for this star. So we are going to implement this logic here. So now we know that we need to take the user input. So I am directly taking this user input. Okay. So sorry guys, here I am directly taking this user input only. So yeah. Now, first I need to generate the row. Okay, so in the row in range, okay, so here I need to take num plus 1. After this, I need to print for this space. So space in range, for the space how to generate whatever the number minus row. After that, we need to directly print for this space, and here every time we need to give the end. If you are not giving, it will be not coming to a next line. It will be it will be come to a next line. To print in a single line, we are using this end. Then how to print this column? So for column in range, here we need to implement this logic. 2 into row minus 1. So guys, every time whatever the range you are passing, make sure that if you are changing the user input also, it will be working. Okay, based on that, you need to build your own logic. Okay, as of now, I am just giving my logic. If you are understood, then you can build your own logic also. After every line, I need to send my controller to next line. Now, if I'm start implementing, because for this spaces, I don't care. For this one, I need to care before this spaces. So here, as of now, we are taking the user input as 3. Based on that, we need to take this user input. So now I am going to start the Python in my dedicated terminal. Okay, for the spaces also we are understanding, because for this row value means if I am passing 3, so it will be printing for first row 1 star, for second row 3 star, for third row 5 star. Now if I'm changing the input also, now if I'm passing for 5 also, it will be printing. But make sure that if you are passing for a even digit number, so it will be printing in a different way, because 1 3 then 5 then our 7. Okay, so this is the logic behind to build this star pattern. So that's all for this session. Thanks for watching Priorite.